Hello, welcome to Collector RC. Okay, so this is just a short here that we're doing. Something that we discovered yesterday while going through some upgrades and discussing how we're gonna start with our doing the kind of going into what the upgrades do for these cars. We're gonna use the Betty to do it. So basically, kind of doing an upgrades for the Betty, but really more focusing on the actual upgrade parts. So anyway, one of the things that we do most of the time, what we've done since the Jeep or Dead Bull, I guess, is we do our own. I guess we can't we can't claim that it's ours, but at the same time, we did it on our own without ever watching it on YouTube. And I'm not sure when we had posted ours on YouTube how much of a popular thing it was. I know we got kind of a lot of backlash when we did our lift. And I apologize. I am talking about the free lift where you can see here the shocks are mounted to the chassis instead of where they originally are on the stock. We actually got quite a bit of backlash in the first time we ever actually did that, and it turns out became a popular thing because, well, they're so small that you can do that, and it kind of just gives you a different ride, and it's to each their own. We didn't care either way. We're not telling them people that this is what you have to do. So we test it out, and if it's something that you like, test it out. And most things that we do can always go backwards. So that's the main goal. Even with that Jeep, everything I've done besides the body, of course, everything you do is go backwards. So anyway, one of the things that we do is we always do the lift. Since then, any of the 24s, we've done a lift right away. We have found that sometimes lowering them and getting them as low as you can on some of those indoor obstacles that I created kind of help a little bit, kind of gives it that belly crawl effect. But again, you have to have the weight. The weight is what makes those like that. So one of the things that we discovered, and we didn't discover it just on Little Bros. This one's Little Bros, but we also discovered it on mine, and I think the cuz is going to see and check his to see if his is doing the same thing. And we originally thought it was because we did the lift, and we're like, oh man, maybe it's because of our lift. Well, we found out that it's not because of that. So it's going to be difficult to see, so I'll have to open it. But you'll look in here, and you see that Y link right there, kind of underneath the drive shaft there. Well, when we turn this sideways, if I can get a good view there, I want you to look in there. Let's see, look how close that all is right there, right? You can kind of see, I mean, it's basically touching. And there's nothing in the shocks or anything. We even removed the shocks again, and it did not change how close these were. And we didn't actually notice it right away, but we are starting to notice it now. There is a little bit of a rub happening. Some are different than others. Little bro, unfortunately, his was significant enough. If I can get in there again, significant enough of a rub that it actually, as you can see right in there, it's actually. Dang focus right there. You can actually see where it's eating into his Y link there. So, and I did note it's on mine too, but mine's not as close and not eating into it, but it is technically touching in it. If you go slow enough, it will have you can feel the rub. So we're gonna look into it more, but it's something that I would ask, anybody with the Bettys, keep a close eye on that. Take a look and see. And I don't think all of them are the same. So I think some of them are just a little bit more tweaked than others. Like when I got my Jeep, the body of my Jeep out of the box was warped. Yeah, I could have complained, but I thought, hey, I got a unique Jeep. And to this day, it still has a warp. I just do very well hiding it. Something else I wanted to show you guys too. Something I've been working on, and I think I've brought it up a few times. And I apologize, it's probably longer than I expected it to be. Where did I put that? Oh, it's right in front of me. I am working on, you can see here, a 3D printed flatbed trailer for the 24s. More for the Jeep, I think, but it can be for both. You can see how sit back there. And I know a lot of people are concerned with weight and, burning out their motors and stuff. And I can tell you right now, my car sits at about 16 ounces. So my car's right now about 1 pound. I mean, that's a lot of weight. If you think, you guys have seen all the stuff I put on my 24. So that's a lot of weight. And I have not had one single ever, even when my other motor's burnt out, I have never had a heating issue in my motor. My motor's never got hot, never hot to the touch. And so it's gotten warm, but to what you can see, I think there's other videos out there you can see they usually, even on a load, on a pretty good load, I guess, well, 98, they basically reach your body temperature. So I don't know necessarily bad on the specs because I don't know the details. I don't have the specs for like this tiny little motor. I would have to look that up. But that's not heating has not been an issue for us with all the weight. And I know a lot of people out there are concerned with weight, but I can tell you right now, there's not a lot of other cars out there that have as much weight as what we put in this. When we've literally put everything metal. There's a few things we did not do weighted metal. But we have quite a bit, and I know other cars out there that are heavier, and they seem to be running fine as well. And that goes for either the Barrage or the stock one. And we honestly, the Barrage is a little bit faster, not stronger. I'd say the strength is the same as the stock. It's just a little bit faster, and longevity, it's the same. So that's why we are not doing Barrage, because it's overall to us just wasn't worth it. So not to say they're not good, they do the job. So, and if you want a little bit more speed, you got it. And the other thing, by the way, for the video that you guys saw yesterday, the O-rings were put in, and we do apologize. We should explain that better. I didn't have my grease, and so we weren't finishing this project. We're just trying to get it in there, show you guys real quick, and then yes, it did bind a little bit, and now it's running great. It's got a bunch of grease in there. The O-rings are in there. And yeah, so do apologize for that video. And then I think for right now, that's it. So yeah, make sure to check your Bettys and see if you're having that rubbing issue on that Y-link. And if not, take a close, keep an eye on that. Because we are, and it may be something that needs to be resolved. So, and yeah, so this is my trailer. Obviously doesn't have the axle yet. It's gonna have a wood, some like a balsa wood paneling on the top here. This is just the skeleton basically. And you can see it's gonna be able to go to multi, angle. So there's that. So like I said, just a short me talking. So, all right, you guys have a wonderful night.